First time
Okay.
for everything.
Up and Adams, powered by FanDuel at the draft. This is the draft stage. It's right behind me, and we are going to get something very special, something that I look forward to all year. The first peek, the first time that draft prospects that will be taken in the first round get to sort of have that moment that I've worked so hard. It's been such a journey, not just in college, not just in high school, but from when these kids were 2, 3, 4, 5 years old and showed that passion and that spark of talent. We get to show you the first time they get to see that. The draft stage. It is so special. I'm so grateful. Thanks to FanDuel. Thanks to the NFL for having us and trusting us with this moment. And thanks for the time for the draft prospects. We've got quite a lineup. Shamar Stewart on the show. We have Tyler Booker on the show. We have Mason Graham waiting, very patient. If I was a GM, I'm taking Mason Graham high because he's been sitting here for 5 minutes in the cold and the wind here in Green Bay. And we love him. Who am I forgetting is on the program? Sorry. Oh, we're going to wrap it up with Will Campbell. Let's do it. The top draft prospects on Up and Adams. All right, Hamilton and I have been doing this a long time. We did drafts before Philly. We did drafts in Philly when they finally started moving. We Dallas, Nashville, and now here we are in Green Bay. Great to see you on truly the most positive, optimistic, and beautiful celebratory day in the NFL.
It is, and I feel like, yeah, we've done a lot of them in a lot of different places. This one is special. The history here, you just feel it coming into Green Bay, seeing Lambeau, like it's...
Yeah, Hamilton was talking to me about the cool thermostat in his showers in his hotel room this morning. He's living like a king, this guy sitting next to me. Big thanks to everyone Up and Adams. We had an early phone call. We were so excited to talk to some of these draft prospects today, getting set. Big thanks to all the producers, the bookers. It's all happening. We got some great guests.
Oh, yeah. Very excited to talk. Mason Graham is about to be here in a second.
Yeah.
I'll
Great
shut
head
up
of
so we
hair.
can get
Good
him out
lettuce
here
on
soon.
that. Good lettuce on that guy.
Oh, yeah.
What should I ask him? I want to know who he wants to hit.
Yeah.
Who do you want to take down?
He is as disruptive on the interior as anybody in this class. I want to know, who does he want to battle with? Yeah.
I'd like that. I'm trying to think. Do we have any other news that's shaking? I know, like, Shador is a big question mark. We're celebrating today.
Yeah.
We are all, this is, the hard work. These kids work their butts off their entire lives now. They're obviously young men, and we're going to celebrate where they go in the draft, wherever that might be. And I think that about does it.
Yeah.
I have a heater. I'm happy.
You're taking
we have
care
this
of
amazing.
all
We've got
that.
like the beautiful. We should just say before we bring on Mason, just Green Bay is the most kind, welcoming host city imaginable, and you feel it the second you get off the airplane.
Yeah, it is. It's different here, and the welcoming, the food, everything.
Yeah.
It's been, we've only been here for a few hours so far, but it's been incredible already.
What are the chances that this tent twisters itself off into the world at some point during the show? Who knows? Stay tuned. We've gotten to talk to Shador included, some of the best prospects. Here's a look. Here, what is a Drinkwitz-ism slogan that you'd post?
He always said, don't be a celebrity quarterback.
We were just talking about the Chiefs. This isn't going to play very well if you get drafted by the Bills.
Oh, I love the Bills, too.
Whoa. Does that mean you're going to the draft?
Yes, ma'am. I will be there.
How would you feel about chasing down Kyler Murray at practice every day?
Oh, yeah, that would be fun. I mean, I feel like I can do it, so.
Man, we take the ball away from the offense. Like, man, we're not supposed to do that. Let's celebrate.
You got to get married to get divorced, so you can't be afraid of getting close to a defender. Throwing the ball where I want it and where I want to put it, that's kind of my thing.
If you were to give yourself like a grade on how it went.
It was a 10. It was a good 10.
I bet he's pushing the Giants front office to draft you. Why are you laughing?
Might be true.
Do you like the cold weather?
At first, when I first got to Dallas, no, I did not.
Oh, you think Dallas is cold? Oh, boy.
Yeah, I think Dallas, yeah.
Oh, boy. What movie would you put yourself in?
Either Will Smith or Martin Lawrence in one of the Bad Boys movies.
I bet you're going to miss him a ton.
He's like, I miss you. I'm like, all right, bro, chill out.
And now it's draft day, a time to open up bottles of champagne and smile and celebrate. We are sitting next to Mason Graham in Green Bay, hours away. I want you to look back here. Look at that stage. That's where the commissioner, of course, will be front and center. Thousands and thousands of the most amazing, passionate NFL fans. What do you think when you see that?
Just a dream come true, really. I mean, I've lived in, worked for this moment my whole life. There's a lot of other elite players here that, deserve to be here too. So just cool to see all of our dreams coming true.
You seem like such a nice guy. Like, I didn't even notice you were sitting there quietly. I'm like, what's going on? How are you such a game wrecker? What is that switch that you flip?
Yeah, I know people always ask me that. I'm always, they think of this California kid, laid back, doesn't talk too much, but, on the film, you see some type of different person than you see off the, without the helmet. But, I love the game. That's just the way I always played the game.
You went to school, of course, at Michigan. We played for Harbaugh, all of these things. Are you not cold, Mr. California kid? Where are you from? Mission Viejo, right?
Yeah, I'm from Cali,
Yeah.
but...
My nephews are born in Mission Viejo. Let's go.
No, yeah, I'm from Cali, but I got acclimated to the Midwest pretty quick. Right when I landed, when I early enrolled in Michigan, there was snow all over the ground. So I kind of was thrown into the fire and had to get used to it pretty soon.
What did you think when you woke up this morning? First thing you thought?
I woke up pretty early. I was just thinking, just ready for the moment, probably one of the biggest moments of my life and my family's life, so ready for it.
Did you get a good night's sleep?
Yeah, I got a good night's sleep. I just woke up a little early.
You did. You woke up a little early. You're feeling it. I love it. I know your family is here. You also have a couple of your coaches. It's a Servite reunion, Tetaroa included.
Yeah. I brought my high school head coach, Troy Thomas, and my D-line coach, also at Servite, Kelly Talaval. And I just feel like, it was only right for me to bring those guys. They've, a big piece of my journey and helped me so much. So I feel like it's only right that, I show, love for them and, bring them. This is only right.
You invite Harbaugh?
Nah, he's busy on the phone making his own picks.
He could be the enemy, too.
Yeah.
Maybe. What did you enjoy most about your interviews with these teams as you're looking back on them on this day?
It was just cool, getting to know them. A lot of people didn't really have questions, about my game, but, wanted to get...
What's that like? No, stop right there. What is that like?
I mean, it's cool. I've worked really hard these past 3 years. I've shown a lot on film. I feel like I'm a dominant player, so they just wanted to really get to know me as a person, who Mason Graham is.
You can do it all.
Yeah.
It's a really tough question, of course. You can rush the passer. You can stuff the run. What are you better at? Pick one.
I would just say, stop with starting to run. I feel like I excel at both. That's kind of what makes me who I am. I'm not just, one or the other. I just feel like I can do everything good, but I feel like everything starts with stopping the run, so I'd say that.
It's so defeating for teams. You suck. I'm 5 feet, 100 pounds. I'm never going to know what it's like to stop a grown man from running.
Yeah.
You get to do that. Take me through everything that feels like, especially if it's like an Ohio State running back. What does it feel like to stop someone's will like that? I
mean, it feels really good. It's, one man versus another, who's going to come out on top. And, most of the time it's me, if not almost all the time.
It's the Hamilton. It's like the quiet. You have to like really listen for the confidence. Like because you're very chill, but he knows who he is. Unanimous, like first rounder. We're excited to see it. What's the first thing off stage when you look at your phone? Who will have texted you that you're looking for to see what they have said?
Probably just one of my guys, Colston, KG, Will. I know they're Will's here too, and then Colston and KG, my other teammates that we came in together, and we're all going to be drafted most likely in the first round all together. So it's coming from full circle from us coming into college together to us going to the NFL together.
You're a wrestler.
Yeah.
How did wrestling help you be who you are now in football?
I feel like it helped a lot. I wasn't really open to it at first, but, Troy Thomas, the head coach that I brought, he was really, big into me. I like that video.
He told you should wrestle?
Yeah, he was.
What was his pitch?
He was just like, it helps. It was really a thought for me just, staying in shape for off season. Wrestling is good for O-line, D-line, leverage, feeling different body weight, how, it moves. And, that's what we do inside, especially at D-tackle.
So would you say that people should, like young cats who want to play in the NFL or want to have wrestle's the way to go?
Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever heard that before. I really don't.
Yeah, I feel like, my advice would be, do that. Obviously, it's not the most, appealing thing to look at or do, but, it's dirty work that, gets you better. And I feel like it helped me, so.
Mason, I got to tell you, I think that you're going to be my favorite person maybe next year in the NFL or in the next few years, because I think you are the one person who can put an end to the storyline that I'm so tired of talking about. I don't even like saying the words tush push.
Oh.
I'm sick of it. I'm over it. I think you might be the person who can stop the tush push. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard the talk about banning it or people wanting to ban it, but I just feel like it's a part of the game. And, if they're going to do that, everyone kind of knows it's coming. So
that's not what I asked you, Mason. Can you stop the tush push?
I don't know. I think so. I'll try.
I think you'll try. How would you stop it?
No, I usually just dive at the legs and hope to get some knock back there and push the quarterback so he can't even push forward. But
Okay. What is it? What are you going to do the rest of the day? You're obviously going to get dressed. What are you going to wear? I see these Dior's, by the way. I like it. I see it. Salute.
yeah, no, I'm not wearing these,
Look at this
but
bracelet.
Abercrombie and Fitch, got my suit together. So
Abercrombie and Fitch did?
yeah, Abercrombie and Fitch did my suit. They came to me and I was like, I didn't even know they made suits at first, but they put something together for me and my family. So my family will be rocking that too.
What offensive lineman in the NFL can you not wait to take on?
I would just say Trent Williams. I want to see
This is so crazy.
like maybe like a base block, or I want to have a run block against him. See what it really feels like. Everyone talks about it, so I want to see for myself.
Matthew, did you just hear that? He said Trent Williams. This man says he wants Trent Williams. People, what are we doing here? What? Okay, Tataroa, I wanted to ask you, knowing him as well as you know him from way back when you knew him, what was the first jaw-dropping play where you're like, oh, okay?
I mean, I've always seen it, ever since I was a freshman. I know there's that viral clip that went around of him catching it and going through the legs and everything, but I've always seen that stuff since I was in high school, so it wasn't really a surprise to me. But he's always made those type of jump ball, especially like contested catches, right on top of people. So I feel like that's what he really excels at.
Is he mad at you that you're like the one that invited the head coach?
No, he doesn't.
If that were me, I'd be like, oh, cool. Thanks a lot, Mason, for inviting him. Now you make me look like a bad guy.
No, I think, he's Polynesian, so he has a big enough family to worry about. So he used his tickets, and I was able to, bring them. So.
What if he gets taken before you? Is there any healthy, fun competition there?
No, we always joke with each other about, where we're going to go, and it's all fun. But, I'm happy for him wherever we go, and, yeah.
Let me ask you, how's your Duval? Have you been working on your Duval?
No, I haven't. But it was funny, though, at my combine interview with the Jaguars, I hit Coach Cohen with that. I hit the Duval right when I walked in the meeting.
Like the first thing you said to him?
Yeah.
What did you say?
He just started laughing. Everyone started laughing. It was funny.
I'm Liam. Hi, nice to meet you, sir. I'm the new head coach of the Jazz.
I introduced myself, and I said, Duval.
You have no fear.
No.
He wants Trent Williams, and he's making fun of his head coach to his face. What was his reaction to that?
They all just started laughing. Like, everyone in the room just started dying, and then we got more serious and got into the meeting.
Okay, tell me about the seriousness of that meeting. Let's get into it.
Every team's different. Some teams just, want to get to know who you are. Some people, put you on the board. Some people will go over tape. It's just different, but, they went over kind of what they do and kind of see how I fit in that scheme, and it was cool. When's
the last time you worked on your Duval with Liam? When's the last time you talked to him?
I haven't talked to him. They didn't have any visits, so I didn't go up there, but I haven't talked to him since the combine.
Have you helped the GM with his Duval? Have you heard from him maybe?
Nah, I haven't.
Interesting.
We'll see what happens.
I heard that you got on a meeting, speaking of meetings, with the Raiders. And then there was a cameo by this Max Crosby. Max Crosby's, by the way, low-key a GM. Like, he's very involved in what's going on with his Raiders team in the draft. Everyone says Brady is making things happen. He popped onto your Zoom. What's the first thing he said? It
was actually a weird story. I was on the Zoom with the D-line coach, Coach Leonard. And then I couldn't really see because I was on my phone. He was kind of like far back in the background, so I couldn't really see who it was. And he started talking. I was like, oh, that's Max Crosby. And I was like, it was kind of just caught in the moment. I was like, wow.
So, and then what, was he asking you questions? Like, what happened?
He was just saying, he liked the way I play. I'd be a good fit there, but, we'll see what happens. And, yeah, he was just giving me words of advice, really.
What kind of impression do you think you made on Max?
I feel like good.
If I were to ask Max right now, and I might, Max, what he thought of you, what would he say?
I feel like it was a good impression. I met him on the Zoom, and I took a 30 visit with the Raiders, and I met him there, so it was pretty cool just talking to him. He's one of the best out there, so just cool, learning from him.
When you're wearing black and white, you have a silver, I could see it.
We'll see
it. Can I hear the Duval again?
Duval.
And if he's a Jag tomorrow, you know what happened. And by the way, Ted, there's all this talk about this. I wish you nothing but luck. Have so much fun. Enjoy your Abercrombie & Fitch. I'll see you on the red carpet later. You better talk to me again.
Yeah, I will. Appreciate it.
We're going to do this a bunch today, you and me. We appreciate that smile. Enjoy it with your family and close ones. And we'll be back with Shamar Stewart, guys. Be back right after this. Hours from now, my next guest is going to be walking across this stage. Maybe he'll pick up Roger Goodell. I wouldn't want to be picked up by this guy. Texas A&M 2024 third team, all SEC selection standout at the Combine and the Senior Bowl. Shamar Stewart, it is good to see you. You seem very calm ahead of tonight's action.
Yeah, of course, just trying to live out the hours, not trying to be too excited going into it.
Are you ready for it to be here? Did you wake up thinking, finally?
Yes.
Yeah?
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, I like that you're wearing this Adidas. Congratulations on your
Stripe
new
Life.
partnership with them. How did that feel?
It felt great, I've been wearing Adidas all through my football career. It's actually kind of crazy.
Yeah, you know who else wears Adidas
Who?
in the NFL? Patrick Mahomes, I think, has a nice deal with them. I don't know, why not follow the GOAT's footsteps? I'm hearing a lot of, you to the Chiefs. What would that feel like?
I mean, it would be a great honor. They're a Super Bowl contender almost every year. They have a great culture, great people on the D-line I can learn from. So it would be a great honor.
If we were in an interview meeting and I had, the 33rd NFL team was the K Adams, and I asked you, how do you stop Patrick Mahomes, what would you say?
All out blitz. Okay. What a great D-line behind you.
Yes. Okay, I love this. I'm loving everything about. I feel like this tent's gonna fall. What do you make of this weather? What do you make of Green Bay?
It's brick cold outside.
It's not. It's not that great. It's very, very freezing. What is it about you that in these moments that I mentioned, like Combine, Senior Bowl, that you really rise to the occasion? What clicks there?
I'll just be trusting the work I put in. I feel like I'm prepared. There's no reason for me to be nervous.
There's no reason for you to be nervous. Okay, when you walk across the stage, what do you think you'll be feeling? Take me to when I get to watch you and I'll be backstage ready to interview you again later today. What will I know that you'll be thinking as you come across?
I really can't tell you. I really don't know.
How many times have you thought about this moment?
A lot, but now that it's getting closer and closer, it's just more, again, like I just trying to think about it.
Okay. Well, what else can you tell me about what you're doing for the rest of these days, hours, so that you don't have to focus on anything but finally getting this done?
Just hanging out with my family, hanging out with my guys, just trying to enjoy them.
Do you know where you're going?
I wish.
You really have no idea?
I have no idea.
I can't even imagine what that would even feel like. You have your mom, I think, with you.
Yeah.
You have your dad with you.
Yeah.
What do you think that moment will be like when you finally get to see them after?
I know my mom for sure, definitely. She probably don't know, she probably won't understand as much, but I feel like my dad, he's been my high school coach for a while, been through everything together. He would be very happy for me.
What's the best advice you think he's given you to prepare you for this moment?
The best advice? He said a lot of things over the years.
Yeah? Is Coach Mo here?
Yeah.
Where's Mo? I need to understand, there's a lot of lore about you, Mo. I need, as an NFL fan, what does the world need to know about Mo? Mo is like your go-to guy. To get to you, you got to get through Mo.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's a picture of you guys. What does he mean to you?
He mean everything to me. Because without him, I don't feel like I'll be here right now. Very straight shooter. Always keep it real, always keep it honest.
When you say you don't think you'd be here with it, what do you mean by that?
I just never had somebody that really believed in me, from the jump.
When people don't believe in you, and there's people who don't. Yeah. The production, the whatever. I'm rolling my eyes. Can I tell you something? I think that in 5 years, maybe not even 5, this clip, all this stuff's going to be hilarious. I really do. I think that I'm right now, I have to tell you, I think I'm sitting next to the person in the draft who everyone's going to laugh if anybody passes on you. I truly believe you have the highest ceiling of any person in this draft.
Thank you. I try to tell him.
Yeah, I think it's not going to age well, whoever passes up on you.
If you want to sleep good at night, I'm the safe pick.
Yeah. What's your answer to that production question this morning?
I mean, it's a lot of things that go into it, I feel like the A&M had the best D-line in the country. I feel like teams weren't coming in saying, oh, we're going to pass the ball against them. Mm-hmm. We had too many people across the line just say, oh, we're going to pass the ball. And then, two, my first year, I played maybe 300 snaps my first year. Mm. My second year, I played 100 less snaps than then. Last year, okay, I was playing multiple positions on the line. Missed a couple tackles. Of course, I could be better on my end, technically. But other than that,
all I heard there was accountability.
Yeah.
So And I also sit next to you, and your measurables. I mean, you're called supernatural, superhuman, freak athlete, all those things. Why do you laugh at that? Why is that funny? You hear that like 19 times a day.
Pretty much.
Yeah. You hear all of that, but I feel like whenever there's something that really stands out about somebody, whether it's a skill or like a physical skill set, everything else gets overlooked, and I really, it's one of my like pet peeves. Like the mental aspect of the game is just as important, but it isn't focused on as much when everyone's freaking out about your measurables all the time. What is your superpower when it comes to that mental side of the game?
Just knowing the man better than I know myself at this point, because I feel like once you know who you're going against football gets easy.
Is it preparedness? Is it instinct?
I feel like preparedness with just film studies and just having like a little knack for the game, like just a little instincts for the game.
When I was preparing for this interview this morning, I was thinking of Daniil Hunter, who I think is the scary. I mean, truly, I've called him this to his face. He's so intimidating. He's so scary. But also, like measurables, all of that was not, the production. Like it's sort of similar. Have you thought about that comparison at all?
Oh yeah, I heard that a lot going into this.
You did, yeah. Do you agree with it or no?
I mean, of course. I mean, look what he's doing. He just signed the fattest contract. So I bet people would, like a couple years ago wasn't seeing that from him.
Yeah, they weren't. I think that's the important part of the comp here. What are you wearing tonight?
I'm wearing a green suit.
A green suit, okay. And people are probably going to make all sorts of correlations to that, but I'm sure it's just going to look great.
Yeah, I feel like it just matches my skin color.
Yeah. Okay, great. I love that. I think we're going to take a short break here. Anything else you want to tell the world on this draft day when we look back?
No, I probably have something for y'all later.
Yeah. Are you the kind of person, by the way, people who like look over you? Is it fuel?
Huh?
Is it fuel for you? People who like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might.
I'm worried about these teams that are going to pass on you. I swear to God, I am.
It's cool. Like I'm not gonna say that. I just always remember.
Yeah.
And when I see you, I'm gonna see you.
Enjoy the time. Congrats to Coach Mo. Shout out to Mo, who's back there. I had to ask about him. Keep it steady. Congrats on the new deal and the more deals to come, and nothing but blessings for you and your family.
Thank you.
We'll be back after this. Tyler Booker is on the show next. We're here in Green Bay. The draft stage is behind us. Tyler Booker is here. He is a quarterback's best friend, protecting them better than everybody else, of course, in the SEC. I want you to look back there. I'm going to give you your moment. When you saw that, what goes through your mind?
Chills. I mean, I've been dreaming of this moment since I was a young boy. So to be here now is really a dream come true.
I think your parents are here.
They
your
are.
girlfriend's here.
She is.
Where's Trina?
Trina is at home. So Trina's real self-sufficient. So I set the TV up for her. So my light bill's going to be a little high because she's watching TV, but she's got to see her dad get drafted.
You didn't bring your pet turtle to the draft?
It's too cold out here for her. It's too cold.
Okay, Jameis Winston at the Super Bowl told me that his son wants a turtle, but he doesn't want to get it for him. So you tell me what the best part of being a dad to a turtle is. Help Jameis Winston's son out.
The best part of being a turtle dad is that they're really low maintenance. Like especially if you get an automatic feeder. Like Trina has an automatic feeder, so like I don't even have to feed her. Like all I have to do is like really say hi to her, play with her, and then clean her tank every other week. But
what if you get
really
drafted to a cold weather city?
Then I just have to be really strategic with the transport. Because, like, I'm going to be there for a while, so I'm going to have to buy a new tank, buy a whole new system. Like, you can't transport all that with you for a couple days.
I'm trying to help my nephews, too. I'm sure they want a turtle, and you're really selling it. Would you guys want a turtle? It sounds like a pretty good deal.
See?
I think what you should do is go hit the stage when your name gets called. You remember Garrett Bowles got drafted, and he brought his baby out, okay?
Yes, I do remember that.
So we mocked up, like, you should have brought Trina. We have it.
Oh, man.
Look at that. That could have been you. That could have been you.
Oh, man. I missed out.
Could have brought a prop on stage. I love it. Man. You come from a very tall family.
Yes.
You're very protected. I just saw like 1,000 snaps, only 2 sacks allowed. How did you even do that?
It's just a mindset. Like, playing for Bryce and Jalen, like, those are my boys. I love them, and I hate seeing them get hit. So it's like, as long as it's up to me, they won't get hit.
Are you a natural protector?
Yes, I am.
Yeah,
very much so.
I can sort of tell that really from your energy. Truly, yeah. You can pick up a lot from sitting next to someone. Why is wherever you get drafted, why is the happiest person outside of you, whatever quarterback you're going to be playing with?
Just because how much I'm going to pour into the team and pour into the offense. Like, I'm very protective of my quarterback, very protective of my teammates, and I'm going to do everything in my power, whether that be blocking myself or getting the offensive line together once I do earn the right to become a leader, to make sure that he's protecting, to make sure he has all the time in the world.
This journey is crazy. We pick you guys apart. You have to perform and produce for everybody. What's been the most challenging part of the draft process?
The most challenging part about this process is that I'm not playing football right now. So I went to IMG Academy. We had spring ball. Being at Alabama, we had spring ball there. Yeah. So for the past 6 or 7 years, around this time of the year, I've been playing football. So for this to be the first time in 6 or 7 years where I'm not playing football right now is just, I feel like something's missing in my life.
Gosh, if I was in PR, I could not come up with a better answer. What's the toughest part? I'm not playing right now. I just want to play ball.
Yeah.
Did I hear that you played Jeopardy on a visit?
I did.
What team? What happened there?
I don't want to put the team on blast, but we were playing Jeopardy. I was on the team with Quinn Ewers and Donovan Jackson. So we played really, really smart.
Okay.
But there was another team, Will Campbell was on that team, and they played a lot more aggressive, and they ended up winning. But I'm very proud of the way that we played. Like, we didn't take unnecessary risk. We played smart. We didn't go after answers when we didn't really know them.
Was the host a coach or a GM?
It was one of the scouts.
I gotta know which team, but I respect you for not telling me which team. What does this feel like right now? I keep just like, I know I'm talking to you. It feels a little surreal for me that this is like your moment in a couple of hours. And thank you for making time to stop by the show. What does this feel like?
It feels like a dream come true. Like, I know I wanted to play football since I was 9 years old. And I knew that I was going to since I was 9 years old. Like, I've always just been different when it comes to the game of football. Like, I love it. Like, that's all I want to do. Like, other kids will be like, I want to be an astronaut. I want to be a cop. I want to be a doctor. Like, no, I want to be a football player. And no matter how many elementary school teachers tell me, like, oh, well, you need to figure something else out. I'm here now.
What are you going to miss most about school?
I'm gonna miss some of the walk-ons. You know, like, the walk-ons are the lifeblood of the team. So I got to shout out Billy Roby, Matt Davis, Wild Man. Shout out all the walk-ons, because those guys, they in the era of NIL, they're not getting paid. Like, they're actually paying to come to practice. Like, Graham Roten too. Graham Roten, he went to school in Nashville, and he's not on scholarship. He had to block Will Anderson every day for a year.
Wow.
He broke his leg twice in the bag drill, and he came back year after year. Like, those guys give their all, so I'm definitely going to miss the walk-ons. Definitely going to miss my boys.
Yeah. Have you talked to Will Anderson lately?
Not lately. A couple months ago.
That battle red, we were just looking at your, the battle red might look good on you.
Hey, we'll see. Maybe I'm wearing it long term.
I feel like you very much fit D'Amico Ryan's whole swarm mentality.
I hope so. That's a Bama guy right there. He understands what the standard means.
I very much feel like that makes sense. Have we heard Niners, I feel like, for our friend here, too? Yeah? You playing with Trent Williams is actually maybe the scariest movie I've ever seen. Like, Sinners thinks it's a scary movie. Trent Williams and Tyler Bookey would be horror show. How would you feel about that?
It would be great playing next to Trent. Like, he's a legend. Like, one of his mentors is another mentor of mine, George Hageman. So I've just been watching him since I was in high school and seeing the way that he continues to get better year after year. It would just be great to learn from him.
With offensive linemen, like, you're like a Trent Williams who's just, like, terrifying, shows up, does his job. And then there's, like, the Deion Dawkins, right, who are like, I want to be my quarterback's best man. I'm really talkative about him. Like, where do you fall in when it comes to building that chemistry with your quarterback? And that's going to start probably tonight when he texts you after you get across the stage.
Yeah, building that chemistry with the quarterback is crucial to success of the offensive line because you have to, like, have a different level of love and respect and care for your quarterback. Like, nobody touches your quarterback. Like even when Jalen and I go out to restaurants or whenever we're just out and about, like, I make sure that, like, I'm behind him so I can see everything that's going on. Like, sometimes I have to grab his shoulder and put his head down like he's the president just so people don't recognize him. But like that's how close Jalen and I are. Like I love Jalen Milroe.
What's Milroe going to look like without you?
Oh, man, it's going to be tough not playing with him, but I look forward to seeing his success at the next level.
That's such a good answer, too. I want you to say, I don't know what's going to happen to him. He needs me. He needs me. I'm sure, that'll be exciting to see, but I don't know what he's going to look like without you doing that on and off the field.
Yeah, he'll be all right, though. He's very fast, so even if he doesn't have somebody as good as me blocking for him, he'll find a way out of it.
I'm your biggest fan already. I just want you to know you are embracing the moment, enjoying it. Stay present. Have the best time. Looks like you have a great team. Everybody's cheering for you.
Definitely.
And speaking of your Jeopardy thing, Will Campbell's on next.
Yes.
I'm going to shake him up for that answer. I want to know what team was playing Jeopardy, which I just found out on a board back there. But thank you for stopping by. Shout out to Trina. We'll have to bring her to the next draft.
We'll do.
We'll be back after this.
Thanks.
Amazing. Welcome back to Up and Adams. We are wrapping up the show with Will Campbell. We're looking at this amazing draft stage. What do you think?
I think it's a great looking setup for sure.
Okay. What does it make you feel? What kind of emotions? You got your whole team. By the way, best team ever. I'm obsessed with Eric Burkhart. The whole fam's here. Beautiful girlfriend's here. What is this like?
No, I mean, it's amazing to be able to, be one of the guys that's, invited to this type of event. It's truly an honor, something that I worked my entire life for it to be here at Lambeau in Green Bay with so much history in this city and, this state for football is pretty cool.
We're in Green Bay. It's very frozen tundra-y vibes, and you're not wearing sleeves. I'm trying to understand what that says about you.
What do you think it says?
You're a tough guy who doesn't want, what was it, 27 games? 27 straight games without allowing a sack? Are you going to be one of those sleeveless guys that I'm like rolling my eyes at watching on Sunday?
It depends. I usually am, but I might want to put on a long sleeve. It might look better with the uniform. I like to have a little drip about me, so we'll see what happens.
What is it like? I'll never get to walk across the draft stage. What is it like that this moment is finally here?
I definitely say it's like relief. Obviously, I don't know where I'm going yet, and that'll be another level of relief, but just to finally be here, it's a very long and strung out process that takes a lot of, hard work, energy, and time. So for it to finally be here, the hay is in the barn, it's awesome.
I know that you and your mom used to pray about it, right?
Yeah,
Tell me about that.
Yeah, whenever I was little, I showed my brother Don't Breathe. It's a scary movie, and he got scared.
Hold on, what movie is this? Don't Breathe.
Don't
What is that?
Breathe.
Who's in that?
I don't even know, but it's about kidnapping, and he was younger.
Okay, great.
And so he was.
I think this is where this was going to go, but okay, Don't Breathe. Got it.
Yeah, and he was scared to sleep in his room by himself, so he would always sleep with me, and then my mom would come in every night on one side of my bed and my dad on the other, and she would say the Lord's Prayer with both of us, and then at the end of the prayer, she would let us chime in what we wanted to pray for, and I was always say, please let me play football at LSU and in the NFL.
So which team did you pray that you'd go to the most? So that sounds like a lot of days, a lot of Lord's prayers.
Yeah, I mean...
which team?
Honestly, I'm going to be excited for the opportunity to whatever team takes me. I don't really have a preference on location or what team, what pick. I mean, I'm going to be excited. Me and my family will be thrilled for whoever, sends the card in with my name on it.
God's plan.
No
I like
doubt.
that.
Yes,
Where's this Rolex? I thought I was going to be blinded. I was going to wear sunglasses for this segment. I thought we were getting a Rolex.
I kept it in the case. I got to make sure it looks clean and shiny for tonight.
It's for those of you who don't know, and I actually don't know, you'll have to fill me in. You're giving away a Rolex?
Yeah, so I was able to do a deal with Kettle. And they, give me a Rolex and that I wear, and it's got my name engraved in it. Draft day 2025. They auction. You enter an auction. You auction it off, and you get a chance to win that. And yeah.
Quite a flex to give away a Rolex, and then you can walk across the stage and buy a nicer one at the end of the other stage.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
What's your Goodell vibe? What's the move?
With where I'm gonna be?
Yeah, I'm Roger.
Oh, you're saying I'm probably might give him a little
half hug?
Yeah, like a half hug, little half chest bump.
Okay.
I'm not gonna pick him up or nothing. He's getting older.
He's
so
getting old. Wow.
So I don't want to
Roger,
do that.
I didn't say that. I think you are forever young, by the way. And shout out to your mom, Holly, and all of that. I want to show you a play, and I'd like you to talk me through it. You became the starting left tackle at LSU at 18 years old, right? And you've been manhandling people from the beginning. You're a scary movie. Look at this play. You lift the DN completely off the ground, sir. Walk me through this bad boy.
Yeah, I mean, this is just one of our normal inside zone
No,
concepts.
this is not normal. This is not normal, my friend. You toss him like a rag doll, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it was a good play.
What does it feel like to do this to a 300-pound man?
I mean, it feels good. Obviously, I wish, I could do it a lot more. That way I could become the best ever. But so that's my goal.
Ooh, best ever. Who gets the first pancake from you in the NFL? It was up to you.
The first person I'm playing?
Yeah, I want the first person who you want to pancake in the league. Manifest that D lineman for me.
I'm not going to, say anybody's name because, I feel like there's so many guys that I would leave out. There's a lot of guys that, are playing at a high level that I'm going to get a chance to go against. So, that's who I'm looking for, whoever the first guy I line up against.
Yeah. All right, that's a good answer. It's a scary answer. It's like a low-key scary answer. I don't hate that. What's your relationship with that number 7? Obviously, first LSU lineman to wear it. You loved the newly retired Patrick Peterson, Matthew Fournette. You grew up idolizing LSU. What's that 7 mean?
Yeah, whenever you grow up in Louisiana, football is everything, and LSU is even more. You are willing to fight and die to represent that logo on the front of your chest. And I grew up wearing LSU helmets to my birthday. My school pictures when I was little was me in an LSU jersey doing the Heisman pose in the number 7 jersey. So I idolized guys like Tyrann Mathieu, Leonard Fournette, Pat Pete. So for me to be able to wear that and, continue the tradition of great players, it meant everything for me.
This is the quietest this tent's been all day. Not just because the wind has somehow stopped when you came in, Will, but everyone's eating everything you're saying. Like you have everybody, and I'm looking at your team here. Everyone has smiles. My family has smiles on their faces. What is something about this and I'm imagining like you guys are going to celebrate tonight. You're going to get to like all your hard work. What is something about the process with your team even that people maybe don't understand at home? Like what it takes to be who you are right now?
Yeah, it takes a group of people around you that care about you. I have a tremendous circle between my family, my agent, his group, his family, my girlfriend. All my high school friends are here. There are like 15 of them staying in an Airbnb for tonight. So some of my coaches have played a tremendous part in this. So, everybody that's in my circle, has played a key role in where I am today. And, the steps that I've had to take to grow from the player I am now to where I was whenever I was in high school or even before that or right when I first got to LSU. So just as much, this is my night at the end of the day, but it's just as much theirs as it is mine because I wouldn't be here without every single one of them.
And what about picking that team? Because those are decisions you have to make as a young man.
Yeah, no doubt. It's you can kind of, in Louisiana, who's real and who's not. So, I just keep everybody I came up with close to me.
I can't believe you called Roger Goodell old.
Still my guy.
I truly might tell him that, so he gives you a little whisper in your ear. I want him to
Well, I just knew last year he had back surgery, and
did.
J.C. Latham picked him up and bear hug. I was like, "Who?"
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Those fines will come fast and furious to your locker. We don't want. I'm trying. Let's say something nice about Commissioner Goodell. Just feel like I don't want you to get those $75,000 fines for nothing.
Yeah, he's a legend.
He's a legend.
There we go.
We love that. What has this been like being with all the guys these past couple of days? Because I imagine you're picked apart. You're like, who's going for? You're friendly. You're all in it together. And then finally, after months and months, you see each other at the combine, maybe a couple pro days, but you get to come together and do community events. You get to sort of commiserate because nobody really knows what you're going through except for them. What is that brotherhood like as a draft class?
Yeah, I was fortunate enough. I trained with Duke Manyweather in Frisco, Texas.
Let's go!
And, we had 15 offensive linemen there.
Lane Johnson.
Yeah, along with a bunch of other players. So I've been able to, meet a bunch of guys throughout this process. But we were talking about it yesterday. The high school class of 22 is doing this thing in this draft. A couple guys have been on the show this morning.
Yeah.
Tyler Booker, Mason Graham, Shamar Stewart. So we've known each other. We've gone to camps growing up, been around each other and things like that, same visits, etc. And so for us, be here in this moment, everybody knows what it takes. See everybody's path. It's all different. So it's just really exciting for everybody.
Is it crazy that anything you do tonight's going to be on camera? How do you even, every little thing?
I wouldn't say that
because that's
how it is at LSU.
Oh, okay. All eyes on LSU. I don't hate that. What's going on with you and the Patriots here?
I don't know.
I'm hearing I've heard, I've texted, a lot of people like you. They like you a lot.
Okay, well, I like them. We'll see what happens. They have a great organization, great staff, Coach Vrabel, and those guys over there. They've done tremendous work in this league. I've had great interactions with them throughout this entire process. But there's a lot that can happen tonight. I don't want to, say anything. No tip of the hat or anything like that. I don't know anything. So,
is Variable cool?
Yeah, he's cool. He's my kind of guy.
I haven't really had a conversation with him, weirdly enough. What is he like?
He's just like me. I mean, we did a little.
Like he'd wear the draft. My favorite thing about you, I want you to know, and what I will say about you in 10 years when you're an All-Pro 9 times over, is that you wore the draft T-shirt. You just wore the you wore the NFL. You wore the free draft T-shirt, and that's all, really, truly all I needed to know about you.
Yeah,
and I have it all here.
Yeah, it's free.
And you didn't wear the Rolex, which I would wear the Rolex and not wear the free T-shirt. So that's how we're doing. But Vrabel's a cool guy.
Yeah,
He's like you.
No,
Does Taylor Lewan come up in these conversations? I imagine so. Toughness, attitude, grit.
I mean, I've heard his name throughout this process. It's somebody who I watched whenever I was in high school, just the way he played the game, his demeanor. And, obviously he's got his podcast now. I pay attention to that, too. He was a heck of a player, and, Vrabel had him. So we'll see what happens.
Lastly, how badly did you beat Tyler Booker at Jeopardy?
I mean, pretty bad. His
Can you tell me a little bit about it? Because he told me a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, they split us up into teams.
Who's they?
Confidential.
Why? Whoever's doing this, I will get to the bottom of it. I will find out what team it is. This fight club of a Jeopardy situation.
And they had some quarterbacks on Tyler Booker's team, and they were winning by like 1,500 points, and we had a major comeback and just left them. So
you've got. What does that say about you?
We got closing speed.
Closing speed. What does it say about Tyler Booker?
Not just Tyler Booker. That team needed more stamina.
More stamina. Outside of yourself, who will you be most happiest for of those 15? We'll really I love watching the draft picks happen, and teammates or people who really have respect for each other look and they're like, that's where he went. That's where, who will you have that feeling for?
I'm a guy that, I just want everybody to succeed. I know what it takes to get here. So
You're so well media trained. I wonder what team did that for, Cart. Go ahead.
And I just want everybody to succeed. This is a life-changing moment, not just for these 15 guys, but everybody that'll hear their name called, my teammates from LSU that'll hear their name called, the ones that I went to battle with every single day. Those are, the ones that I'm looking forward to the most, because I saw firsthand every single day what they did and what it took to get there for them and their families.
And now what are you going to do the rest of the day?
Go clean my Rolex, I guess.
Go clean your Rolex. Are you going to wear free clothes to the draft tonight?
Yes, actually.
You are. Oh, yeah, they are free clothes in a way. I like that answer. We're going to say bye to you, let you go. I know you're super, super busy. We're going to wrap it up with Hamilton, who's going to pop up here. Good luck. Enjoy the moment.
I appreciate it.
I love just the energy in this room right now. It's
Thank
great.
you. I appreciate it.
Congratulations. Yeah, of course. All right. We'll be back. Are we allowed to go to a 10-win team like the Steelers?
There's some other franchises that make that mistake and let me go there.
Yeah, I'd be a great best friend. I'm always the quarterback's, best friend. So, whoever gets me, they're gonna love me.
You've been at lots of meetings. You said you met lots of people. You're embracing it.
It's crazy you saying that, because literally when we get off this call, I gotta go to get on the flight and go on another visit. It's wild.
We have this great photo of you.
You think I look clean?
I think you look clean. Your face just lit up.
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, that's Jerry Jones. He kind of legendary.
I want you to go to the Commanders. You'd be very fun in that offense, my friend.
I will be. I feel like it's a great offense.
I can't imagine you and Jameis and Russell in the quarterback room.
Hey, look, that would be the funniest room in the NFL.
Celebratory day here on Up and Adams for draft prospects, and there's about what? How many more? 9 more? No, 6 more. I can't do math. 11 more. Right? Yes, 11 more that are here in Green Bay. I like that I finally got to talk to Will Campbell about sort of the camaraderie of the draft class as we have Will leading. Will's a tall glass of water, by the way.
Yeah.
He's huge.
And I'm sure he appreciates we didn't get into this stupid arm length conversation that's been so overblown with him. But but I'm excited to see where he, because obviously the Patriots are the team that just comes up. Everybody has him mocked there. I'm interested to see though. I've also seen a lot of Saints come up. Obviously he's a Louisiana kid.
Can you tell that accent was working?
And their new OC Doug Nussmeier is his LSU quarterback's dad. So I wonder how much that
run that back.
The Saints offensive coordinator, Doug Nussmeier, is his LSU quarterback's dad.
Interesting.
So
this is a kid I want on my team.
Oh, yeah.
Booker, too.
100%.
I'm a big fan of... Who's the Jeopardy team? I don't know any of this, by the way. You wrote it on a whiteboard. I just went with it. That is the blind faith I have in my offensive lineman over here. What is the lore about?
So shout out to Chris.
Chris Shores.
Overheard a little something about that. And he's like, ask him about Jeopardy. Apparently, he played Jeopardy on a visit, and he was talking about it.
Which coach? Mike McDaniel? Which coach in the NFL would have the the brain to decide they're going to play Jeopardy?
Yeah.
Jim Harbaugh?
Listen, I don't want to say. I actually
you don't know.
I don't want to rat them out.
You know?
I know who it was.
Let's play a guessing game. Give me a clue.
This coach has been around for a while. Might be in a new spot now. But, not new to the league.
I have no idea. And if anything happened in this hour, we should warn the people. Listen, by the way, please go to FanDuel Sportsbook because we have been all over. Sick pup over here. The changes, the shifts. If you want to know where the winds are blowing, no better place than to FanDuel Sportsbook to check that out. And of course, place your bets for the amazing and fun things that can happen today.
Yeah, and last I saw, Cam Ward is now minus 50,000 to be the number one overall pick. So that's
so he's the Tennessee Titan.
Yeah, Travis Hunter is approaching minus 10,000 territory to go to the Browns.
Okay.
Abdul Carter a runaway to the Giants. After that,
and Shador still a chance to go to the Browns, right?
Yeah.
So we still could get the Travis Hunter Shador Sanders combo to Cleveland, which would be wild and game-changing.
And I saw Cleveland's taken over as the favorite for Jalen Milroe, too. So that's interesting. Ashton Genty, I think, is going to be the big story of the day.
Ashton Genty has been mocked to every team on God's green earth.
Yeah.
I feel like Ashton Genty is playing for everyone.
Yeah.
What are those Broncos doing,
I know. They got something up their sleeve. There were rumblings about about them possibly trading down this morning.
Oh, I think people just
rumblings
like
about them trading up.
Think about if you're an NFL player today, you're also head on a swivel.
Yeah.
Because these NFL players can get moved as well. It is frigid here in Green Bay, but it is the warmest city, so it doesn't matter. And I cannot, again, express my gratitude for the moment, for the celebration. My family here, their families are here, our FanDuel family is here. But yeah, what else was on the sports book that we should point out? I'm trying to think. Broncos to take a running back was huge.
Yeah, that was big.
Shador Sanders was 21.5. Right?
Right at 21.5.
Who picks at 21? The Steelers.
Yep.
We'll see if that happens. I thought that was hilarious. What else?
Yeah. Ashton Genty now favored to go to the Jaguars. He'd been Raiders all along, and now all of a sudden the Jags have become the favorite there.
Based on these interviews today,
yeah,
I don't know who's going where.
I know.
I don't know what's going on. Battle Red seemed like a Booker thing.
Yeah.
I could see him to Houston. I think that
definitely.
probably is happening.
Yeah.
But we're just here to celebrate and be excited. And we'll be here tomorrow with who on the show?
I don't
know.
We
don't
might
know.
have a few Packers.
Travis
Packers
Hunter.
legends.
Travis Hunter. Look at him. Can you guys, Evan and Sebastian, come up here and read who's on the show? Come here. Let's say
we got news.
Oh, we got news. All right, get on up here, guys. These are my nephews. Get out of here, Ham.
Yeah.
We have 30 seconds. Bring over the list. We got Evan. 20. And get over here, guys.
Sit in the seat.
All right, we've got. Who does that say?
Tomorrow, Mark Murphy.
Mark Murphy, president and CEO of the Packers. Leroy Butler.
Leroy Butler.
Leroy Butler. And who else? Who else should be on?
More.
Who else should be on?
Cam Ward.
Cam Ward, number one. Let's go. We'll see you on Up and Adam's Live from Green Bay tomorrow.